We're here at Jackson's with my guest, Jodie Esquibel. Jodie, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Now, I wanted to ask you, what got you initially started on your career to becoming a fighter?
Well, you know, I didn't ever have the intentions of getting in the ring and beating people up. I wanted to stay in shape. Was around the gym a while. My coach, Mike Winklejohn, was like, hey, you want to try an amateur fight? You've been getting a hang of it. I said, sure, why not? Here I am, 7 years later, 8 years later, fighting for a world title.
What was your first fight?
My first fight was at our old gym on Manal. Little gym, hundreds of people packed into it, a little amateur card, fun night, crazy, and here I am.
And how did it snowball from there? Did you win that first fight?
I often think maybe if I would have lost the first fight, maybe I wouldn't have wanted to do it again, but after winning the first fight, I couldn't wait to get in there again. So as many fights as I could as an amateur, I took it no matter where it was. We traveled a lot. I couldn't find myself outside of the ring being happy.
Your last fight was in California, and that was for a title shot. That was for what weight was that title at?
That title was at 105.
And who was that title for?
That fight was for the WIBA, IFBA, and WBC. It was a pretty big fight, so it was fun.
And now walk me through that fight. You didn't win, but you put on a hell of a show.
I put on a heck of a show. We fought 10 hard rounds. The crowd loved it. Main event. She was awesome. I had a blast. We stood toe to toe. It was a bloody mess. What other better way to fight a title fight?
And so as a result of that, you have been invited to go to South Korea to face Ji-Hyun Park. Talk to me about how that developed.
It was a crazy story. I've been in the gym training ever since. It's been kind of slow. We just kind of hoped something was coming along. We got the call for Korea to fight for the title at 102. How do you turn down another title shot? I think I'm pretty lucky to have back-to-back title shots, and I'd like to think because I put on a good show. So here I go, off to Korea, fighting for the title.
And now something that a lot of people may or may not know, you were actually scheduled to make your mixed martial arts debut actually on the night that you accepted your South Korea fight.
Yes, I was actually training MMA when I got the Korea fight. I was unbelievably excited to fight here at home, extremely excied about MMA, and it was a hard decision, but it was a title fight in Korea out of the country, and I couldn't turn it down. When I return from Korea, I'm going to hit the ground running with MMA.
So then we should look for your MMA debut sometime in the near future when you return from Korea.
Definitely in the near future. Definitely.
So now let me ask you, are you going to try to juggle both careers? Let's say you come back from Korea with a title, and then you're looking to go into MMA. Are you going to try to do both at once?
Sounds like a perfect problem to have. Hey, I have a title and I want to fight MMA. Cool, it sounds like a great way to stay busy, stay in the ring, stay in the cage. If I can do both, why not?
Okay. Now you get a chance to train here every day at Jackson's with some of the best known names in the sport. How has been training with, I was just watching you do some shadow boxing with Cage Jodie, who's about 8 feet tall. And yeah. How does that help you to, be able to train with all these different people, different sizes, different shapes?
That's why we're the best in the world. Jackson's, Winklejohn's has people from all over the country come and train, and I'm honored, I'm privileged, and that's why everybody is so good here and so well-rounded, because everybody brings their own little something to the table. Hey, did you try this angle? Maybe throw this punch. I do this, sometimes it works. It's non-stop. We just keep learning from each other, and that's why they're at the top.
Where do you go next in the boxing world? Is there anybody that you haven't fought yet that you want to fight?
There's a handful of girls out there that I want to fight. There's a girl in Germany that we talked about fighting. There's a girl in California that we talked about fighting. So there's girls out there, and hopefully me bringing the title home maybe strikes their interest of maybe coming to fight, or I'll go, as we've seen before, I'll go anywhere to fight. So hopefully maybe this will spark a little bit of them wanting to fight. It's kind of hard to get boxing matches, so we'll see.
Jodie, I really get the impression that you're just a competitor, that you really enjoy the competition day to day. Would you say that that's correct?
That's right on. I love the competition. I love being in the gym. I love learning, and I love trying to take myself to that next level. I'm excited about being able to fight a little bit more now, introducing MMA to things. So it's just another way for me to compete, and I'm excited about it.
Okay, where do you see yourself in the next couple years?
Fighting.
Fighting. Where do you see women's MMA in the next couple years?
Women's MMA in a couple of years is going to be huge. I mean, it's already grown from the last couple of years. I can only imagine it's just going to make leaps and bounds. Girls are going to be making money. Girls are going to be fighting on undercards that you've never seen, televised, pay-per-view, everywhere. It's going to be there.
JodieEsquibel, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
It's a pleasure.